Good afternoon, all. Paul from CamelbackTrading.org coming to you this Monday afternoon, June 2nd. Looking at Window Trader's market profile of the ES and NQ. So right off the bat, we're making new monthly highs in the maintenance session. Again, I will always keep overnight and maintenance session either monthly highs or lows. So, for instance, I'm using the overnight low as our monthly low. I'm keeping that along with today's low. Right? Because we have a lot of them that seem to hold. Don't forget our yearly low is in the overnight in April. Now, generally, when you get these maintenance session new highs or lows, they generally get taken out rather quickly when the overnight starts. So keep that in mind. So right now, right, here's ES's. I don't have NQs, but there's ES making new monthly highs. Another thing to keep in mind, ES had an inside week last week. Got very close to it, right? Now, I'm not using that as my balance high. I'm firmly going to hold on to May 19th as my balance high in the daily. So there's still balance on all three indices. NQ is balance on the monthly and the daily. Righty, balance on all three. So NQ is the only one that's up, and that's on the weekly. The market was totally short overnight, right? We opened up and we really didn't have an inventory adjustment. We had, I shouldn't say that. We did have one initially. Then it came in pretty hard as B took out A's low. But look, the way they front ran the overnight low in ES. NQ did not get as close. Remember, we had a price vacuum inside of Friday's range from NQ. So there's a lot of chop early on in A and B period. They finally got their act together and started pushing higher. We go out. So let's start with righty. Righty, so here's something that's pretty interesting. They didn't get an IB. They have both overnights, but no IB, and now they're making a new high in the maintenance session. They go out with a 9-wide POC and an afternoon pullback. NQ goes out with an afternoon pullback in G, a double distribution day, which is a price spike. The market spiked in J above H's high. Very important level for tomorrow. I'm in bigger increments. In ones, that's where value high is also. So that's important. NQ goes out with a afternoon pullback in I and a double distribution day and a price spike as same thing. Now I'm in bigger increments, but that's where the value high is, exactly around H's high. We were 8 wide, never could get 9 in ES. Also, pretty interesting, the afternoon pullback, very close to where the POC is. It's generally not something you see that holds, but it did. I had a good day. I started the day when NQ had that inventory adjustment because look at NQ's inventory adjustment. It was vicious. Just kept ripping. Well, I got on board to get the overnight high. I did take a short against, and I got fortunate. I took a short against, remember, even though they got the overnight high, I'm like, well, we had a price probe on Friday, and we opened way below it. So where there were buyers on Friday, maybe they're not there. Well, we got above it, and I added one time. It came in and gave me, I got paid on it. But thank goodness, that was the last time I did that. After that, I started buying some ebb and flow longs in A period. So I got fortunate on the one short, did well on longs. B period, I took a short. Now I did not get A's low. That was when one of those stupid numbers came out. I did not get A's low. I did short the 144 at one point when it came up in some ebb and flow shorts, which paid. But then things changed. I did nothing in C period. D period, I was long. Basically, we had stopped the one-time framing down in C. So there was a couple ebb and flow. We pulled value. NQ value was overlapping a higher, went unchanged, but then in C and D pulled it back up, which I liked. ES was actually unchanged. Went overlapping to lower briefly, and then we ended up overlapping to higher. So I did some longs in D. G period, I thought it could be an afternoon pullback, which it was. I didn't buy a lot, and I didn't hold it for long, but that was a nice long. I nailed the IB high very nicely with a 5 lot, an H, and then did some ebb and flow longs when it pulled back. And then, believe it or not, I didn't do anything. I took one along an M. The first time when it defended the one-time framing up. Just wasn't sure what their game plan was. Especially ES had tried to go trend and it failed, but then both finally went. Certainly, I did try to long K. I had a bid in at 90. The first time was, I think it was 91, something like that. Got down to like 91.50 and went up. I pulled it out, came back down. I should have left it in there. It would have been a really nice long if I had gotten hit at 91. So I think we saw the market well, and we had a good day to start the week and the month. Again, though, very positive date. I mean, the Bulls crushed them on our checklist sheet. They won 7-0 in NQ, 6-0 in ES. That's a healthy victory. But in the bigger picture, it doesn't mean much because we're still all balanced. And let's go show you what we're talking about when we get to the charts. So here is ES, right? The monthly is a 3-month balance. So if we take out March's high, I would call the monthly up. Right now, we're balanced. Some people might call up, well, I'm sorry, 595.94. Yeah, March's high. Some people might call up if we take out May's high, but for now, I'm gonna call it balance unless we take out March's high. The weekly, this is the start of a 4-week balance. It's an inside week. How are we gonna come out of it? Don't forget, we still have a weekly gap below us. So even though the Bulls are doing a good job, this is telling you what? The market still needs MGIs. This balance keeps holding. And the daily, same thing. It's a 15-day huge balance. Plain and simple. That's how I'm looking at it. So we need to take out March 19th high because that would put the weekly up, and you'd be coming out of an inside week also. And I'm using March 23rd's low as my balance low. 2 daily gaps still, 1 weekly gap. Volume, 61 million. We're not going to do average, but nothing horrendous. Triple Qs, just about average right now, 44, the average 45. So the volume hasn't been horrible, and the ranges were good. Over 7.5 in ES, and 516, 7, and 7.5 in NQ also. So we can't complain about ranges, man, especially as we head into the summer months. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing to this channel. Hope you had a good day trading. Enjoy your evening, and we'll speak prior to the opening tomorrow.